Now you may be starting to feel stressed out by this dip, but there's really no need. In fact, the dip is the key to your success. According to Seth Godin, it's the people who invest the time, the energy, and the effort to power through the dip who are the ones who go on to become the best in their world. If you want to be a superstar, then you will need to find a field with a steep dip, a big barrier between those who try and those who succeed. This dip is your greatest ally because it makes the project worthwhile and keeps others from competing with you. Godin explains this concept with a fun example. Remember Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid? When the two outlaws were being chased across the Badlands by the bad guys, Butch kept heading for the hills, for tougher terrain. Why? Because in open country, he and Sundance would not have been able to escape. Their only hope was to get through seemingly impossible terrain. The deeper they went, the harder it got, the higher the chances of the villains giving up. Let's ignore fictional examples and look at a real one. The history of Swatch. In the late 70s and early 80s, the Swiss watchmaking industry, known for making the world's best mechanical watches, was decimated by the entry of digital watches from Japanese watchmakers like Citizen and Seiko. Swatch, short for Second Watch, was conceived to offer casual, fashion-focused, ultra-affordable watches to compete with the Japanese. Introduced as a cheap second watch, they made a series of innovations and acquisitions on a 2-decade-long journey to the top. The Swatch Group survived the crisis and is the #1 manufacturer of finished watches in the world today. They came out of the dip and are credited with saving the Swiss watchmaking industry. So the idea is not to somehow survive and get through the dip. The dip is not a linear trail where you can just hang on, hoping to come out the other side. You need to attack it, make changes if you're stagnating, try new strategies that move you forward until one day you put distance between yourself and your competition. Godin holds up Microsoft as the best example of this. Microsoft failed twice with Windows, 4 times with Word, 3 times with Excel. The entire company is based on the idea of slogging through the dip, relentlessly changing tactics, but never quitting their big idea. And the lesson is simple. Use all of your resources to become the best in your business. Be nimble, ditch ideas that aren't working, disrupt standard practices, analyze and replicate small successes. Keep plugging away smartly, and you will beat the dip. The key word here is smartly though, because there are warning signs you should keep an eye out for. Now we'll look closely at these in the next video.